Welcome to Saturated, short and sweet infusions of elixir for your body, heart, mind, and soul to support you in becoming more deliciously filled with the nectar of your own essence for more everyday bliss. Because feeling more fully alive and deeply satiated is not a circumstance. It's a choice. I'm Salona Carlisle, and I'm so delighted you're here and that I get to show you how to find this new way of being in your body and your life. When we recognize that the body is where all the lusciousness that we crave lives, and that the quality of our lives is determined by how much intention and presence we infuse into them, then we naturally start to live a more satisfying, satiating life that actually nourishes us all the way down into the depths that we desire to be touched, to be moved, and to be aroused back into full aliveness. The state that we all ultimately long to and love to exist in. These are the portals that I teach all my clients how to find. Because it's one thing to get this intellectually, and to maybe even know and have some ideas about how to go about finding them, incorporating them, embodying them. We've all been there. We want the results. But at the end of the day, we don't end up doing the real work that it truly requires to get us there, all the way into the embodied experience of what we truly hunger and desire more of. That's why you're still searching, trying to fill the emptiness and to quell this underlying nagging sense of dissatisfaction. Because it's a whole other thing to actually make choosing yourself and the experience of your life that you want the priority. And then resourcing yourself with the tools, the practices, the dedicated time, the devotion to doing so. And maybe even the structure and the permission to receive the deep support that you've never felt worthy of receiving and always felt you had to figure it out on your own. So here's one of the most powerful portals I have found for myself, as well as among all of my clients and what they discover through our work together. And it's this: our lives, our alignment, our clarity, and the temple of our inner worlds are far more enhanced and enriched by what we subtract than by anything we might add. Which is why my invitation is always going to be to look for, to create, and to lean into more of the exhales, more of the spaciousness, the stillness, the opportunities for release and relief, and into even the slightest of openings through which you can breathe more deeply, listen, and receive even more than you have been. Because there is so much waiting for you there. And it really is the only way to hear, the only voice you really need to be paying attention to. The one that knows before you know. The one that takes care of everything else. The feeling of simply being led by your own truth and inner compass to that which is meant for you and is trying to reach you, which, by the way, may look very different than what you've been fed from the outside or what you've been envisioning. But it will feel the way you've always wanted it to feel. When you allow yourself to be guided by this stillness within, and by the desires that emerge from much, much deeper than the surface noise and impulses and reactions to life. The ones that can only be found from slowing down enough to listen closer to what arises from the depths of your body, the truth of your being, and the voice of your soul. Notice how much more quiet, how much more sensual, how much more alive, more lusciously rich, grounded, and more like you it all starts to feel. Thank you so much for listening. If you'd like to learn more and receive my free ecstatic feminine embodiment meditation, go to salonacarlisle.com. I offer a variety of ways into this work, so if you know you want to dive deeper into living more everyday bliss and becoming that woman who is wildly devoted to living her desired life now instead of later, you can also request a free consult at salonacarlisle.com/discover. And together we can find the perfect way into this work for you.